Alright, I'm going to be continuing reading my Letters Through the Curtain story. This is a continuous novel-length thing, so you have to read it, you have to listen in order if you want to, do stuff, so. September 1985, New Jersey, USA. My English teacher is named Miss Lindsay, and she's wearing very tall heels and a bright pink dress. It's weird. She's a teacher. She even has poofy hair. We got a young one, whispers the blonde girl whose name is Celia. The red-haired girl is Flannery. Teachers are supposed to look teacherly. I don't like it that the teacher has decided to take my subconscious fashion advice, but I also kind of do like it. Well, good morning, class, says Miss Lindsay. She is quiet. I notice that she's also wearing mascara. How are you all doing today? I hear the chorus of Goods and Wells behind me. I ignore them, trying to fix my hair. We have rules for class. The number one rule is no bullying or discrimination. You'll be reported to the principal. Other than that, follow instructions, make friends, don't use the blue pencil sharpener, use the red one, and have fun. We're all staring at each other. This is going to be interesting. Flannery whispers to me, I don't like her, do you? Shh! I normally wouldn't be paying attention, but this is interesting. The first thing I'm going to do is assign you your pen pal. A chorus of groans erupts from all of our throats. Pen pal projects are for elementary school. We're in junior high now. Pen pal projects are dumb. I used to have to write girls in California, and then I got England, France, and last year it was Mexico. They were all varying degrees of beauty. Please be quiet, says Miss Lindsay. We're doing something different. That should shut us up. You're going to be selecting pen pals from a number of different countries. Boring, whispers Flannery. These countries are going to be very different. Sorry, I just lost my place. This is a weird document. These countries are going to be very different from the countries you wrote to in previous series. I think it's a very important project. We stare at her. Please pick one, and only one. These addresses were very difficult to get. Flannery begins passing him around the room. I hear whispers from the other students. She drops the paper on my desk face down and whispers, It's not my fault. I flip the paper over and read down the list of names and countries once, twice, 3 times. Lena Schneider, East Germany. Elena Dauka, Romania. Angela Novak, Czechoslovakia. The list goes on like that until the very last 4 names, which are special. Anna Melnikova, Vera Petrova, Nina Sorokin, and Polina Belinskaya. They all have something in common. Soviet Union. September 1985, Moscow, USSR. Asking questions is a funny business. If you ask too much, people get scared, like they're being interrogated. I don't interrogate adults. In fact, I've learned to shut up. I don't. There isn't anything else to do. Just shut up. I need to remember to just shut up. Are you alright? Amelia is asking me questions. I hate questions. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm never fine. But I try not to think about it. Don't think, don't ask questions, just work. Work hard enough so you don't have time to think. And you will be rewarded for not thinking. You'll be rewarded. We'll like you. We'll throw a party for you. But if you think, we'll be throwing a party in prison. That's what my mother told me when I asked if she ever stopped to think about what she could have. Don't think. Excuse me? Amelia leans over the desk. When are you going to sit down? Never. Don't think, just work. I don't know what the heck anyone is doing, she sighs. Just don't ask to go to your mom's office. Of course I won't ask. And I won't ask what she's doing, even though she just says it's stuff with numbers that I wouldn't understand. I'm sorry, you really can't ask. Why not? No more questions. Sit down. She gestures at a hard plastic chair. I sit. I wait. September 1985, New Jersey, USA. The incident from last year still haunts me. My head is spinning. Our pen pals are behind the Iron Curtain. Our pen pals are Soviet. I could write a Russian girl. I could have for over a year and a half. Somebody is angry. Flannery jumps up. Well, I just don't understand. This is a matter of national security. We're keeping this nation safe. I'm not picking a dirty commie from this pile of scum. Flannery. I'm not either. Celia's voice echoes around the room. I hear a chorus of agreement. Only a few of us are quiet. The room is so loud. I want to hide. I want to run. The girl at the hot dog stand, she needed me. No less nonsense. She doesn't need anybody. I demand silence, Miss Lindsay yells above the noise. She's standing on her desk chair. The class falls silent for a moment, then whispers begin to break out. Flannery, Celia, please go to the principal. Tell him what you did. Tell him that you disobeyed me. He knows about the project. I raise my hand. Yes, Layla? I need to ask you something after class. I'm not picking my pen pal yet. She sighs. All right. Miss Lindsay? Yes. Would you please sit down? September 1985. Moscow, USSR. After 5 hours of sitting and waiting, my mother comes out. I got a new car today, she says. Good. You finally got to turn the rust bucket in? Yep. She glances at me for a minute. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just tired. Of course, now here we are. Whoa! It's a spotless all-white class vehicle for the elites. I can't breathe. They must really like you. She says, don't ruin it, isn't mine. Got it from government for I don't know how long. I'm doing some special work. Don't ask questions. She sometimes switches to cryptic English like that when she's feeling especially paranoid. Got it. I climb in. September 1985. New Jersey, USA. Miss Lindsay? I asked timidly. Can you keep a secret? It's the end of class. And it's my lunch break. She's cleaning the blackboard. Of course, dear. I can't help it. I spill everything. I told the whole story, not glossing over any of the details about my insults or just how much of a jerk I was. I told her about the girl's eyes. I asked if I can try the address she'd given me, if we could be pen pals. Of course, says Miss Lindsay, smiling. But her eyes are sad. September 1985, Moscow, USSR. The interior of the car is no less impressive than the exterior. There are all sorts of glorious gadgets and buttons just demanding to be pressed. But I know I'd get in trouble. You don't just go around touching stuff that doesn't belong to you. That's just how life works. I just put my hands in my lap and sit, quietly. The radio is on, recapping the day's news. So how was school? My mom asks. I know she doesn't care. Nobody cares about anything. Geometry is the worst invention since capitalism. You're 12 and doing geometry? That's ridiculous. I didn't have to. Was supposed to be good scientist, to be ahead of America or something. Of course. She's faking it. Science. I do science. I thought you said you did math. Don't ask questions. Right. Rule book for living in the USSR is according to me. Never ask questions. Always answer questions truthfully. Don't mess with stuff. It's probably not yours. Food lines are a thing. Always wear a coat. Don't say bad stuff about the government, or the leaders, or anybody. Pretty much just shut up. Sit up straight. Get good grades so you have a shot at going to university and getting an actual job. Not to undermine industry. Don't smuggle Western stuff. Don't try to leave the country without permission. Buy ice cream at your own discretion. It costs over a week's worth of tram money for those of you without cars. Don't interrupt a party gathering or business meeting. Communism is ultimate. Capitalism and the USA are evil. Basically, don't be an idiot. That's the rules we play by. Don't mess with us. We will take action. Thank you. We pull up in front of the spotless apartment and park the car in the garage, some sort of party luxury, and walk inside. The apartment that we've been living in for 5 years has a good kitchen. Everything is stainless steel, and my mother keeps it clean with an iron fist. She even hires a girl to re-clean it on Sundays, under her close supervision. The rest of the place isn't much different. Spotless white tile floors, spotless white carpet, a few pictures of my mom and her comrades in university framed in silver. The living area has a spotless white furniture set, white with a couch and 3 chairs. It has a television to broadcast stuff. We don't usually turn it on. We also have a handheld radio that we use in the kitchen or living room, weed in the kitchen, at a long rectangular white table with white plastic chairs. We also have a silver refrigerator polished to the extreme. Everything is perfectly organized and labeled inside of it. Then there's the room where my mom sleeps. She sleeps on a low sterile cot with all white blankets thoroughly washed weekly. She has a shelf with a bunch of old books, routinely dusted and rearranged. They're all just state-approved propaganda or textbooks. She has a giant personal computer in the back of the living room, which is supposed to be the best model. We aren't allowed to use it. My mom uses it in secret. She says she's working. If I had access, I'd be doing anything but working, though. The bathroom is the same story, of sterilized white surfaces. My sister's door is always closed when Mom is home. The room is a wreck. Mom cleans the door, but she won't set foot in the room. My sister's room is strewn with clothes, beauty products, and catalogs, as well as school books and papers. She has a highly valuable item, a fashion catalog she picked up in the States during the Olympics, by her bedside at all times. My room is pretty bare. I tried to spruce it up with some old school photos, but they didn't turn out very well. My bed is just a mattress on the floor. I don't like cot springs. I keep it tidy. I have some soft toys that people made when I was little, and a few books, with folk tales on the shelf, as well as my school books and the typical state-loaded propaganda. I hung up the Soviet flag on my wall. It has color to it. As much as I don't like stuff, I couldn't stare at white for another second. I have rocks and seeds I've collected lined up on my windowsill. That's really about it. Nothing fancy. But a lot better than those rundown complexes where all my classmates live. When we walk in, my sister is sprawled on the couch, fiddling with the radio. Sometimes she can get weird Western music when it's not jammed. It's time for dinner. Turn the radio off, says my mom. I think I'm getting something. Hold on. Turn it off, I command you. As a member of the Communist Party, that always works. The radio fizzles out. My sister still looks grumpy. She's wearing some sweats and a black shirt. I know she wants to do the Western glam thing. It's weird. This big hair is in. I still don't get it. She washes up for dinner. Potatoes, chicken, bread. My mom is trying to make the food sound as appetizing as possible. My sister doesn't eat much. My mom decided not to send her to the doctor, but she doesn't eat. My mom tries to make her eat. I think this started about 2 years ago when she did a project on agriculture and realized the farmers are being mistreated. Then she realized that some people were poor and didn't have enough food to eat. She felt too entitled, and now it's like she can't open her mouth at dinner time. Mom tries to teach her a lesson. She throws away my sister's portion if she doesn't eat it. When I was growing up, we didn't waste food, my mother always said. When she was born, the war just ended. When she was growing up, Stalin was still in power. When she was growing up, you didn't mess with anything. Even under Khrushchev, it was hard to adapt, or something. When she's growing up, it wasn't 1985. September 1985, New Jersey, USA. I decided to sit with Celia and Flannery's group for lunch. 5 girls, all cheerleaders, all hip. Besides Celia and Flannery, there's dark-haired Vanessa, golden-haired Brianna, and another blonde, and another Jennifer. It's nice to have someone to talk to, but we're all trying to tolerate cafeteria food. Flannery finally breaks silence with the utmost snark. We can't write to those commies. We just can't. Celia chimes in. I agree. The president says the Soviet Union is an evil empire. We need to stop this movement now. Find some boys to date, huh, Layla? Flannery has put me on the spot. Oh, for sure. I try to sound cheerful, but I'm thinking about what they're all saying. It's true, this is dangerous, but I have to at least apologize. I don't have a choice. Yeah, boys. Do you know that boy I pointed out earlier? Yeah, his name's Basil. He's from England, says Jen. England? No thank you, adds Vanessa. Paris is the best. Just as long as it isn't Moscow, says Flannery in a mocking tone. Layla, what movies did you see over the summer? Asks Bree, flipping her hair. She's got the fullest chest of all of us, and I can't help but wonder if she started it. I mean, I started at 10, but I didn't tell anyone besides my mom and my friends at my old school. None of them had started by the time I left. Oh, yeah. Hey, did you all see Back to the Future? Ooh, yeah. Bree grins. Did you like it? Vanessa cuts in. Michael J. Fox is so hot. Yeah, I agree. I have to keep this conversation on track. But Flannery isn't having it. I'm not writing a girl from Russia, she screams, almost in tears. We're all going to die if we're not ready to fight, and we will fight. I know what's at stake, but sometimes you take risks. I need to get to my Spanish class. I run. I have a study hall, not Spanish. I sit down at my table, my arm curled over my paper, and begin to write. Dear girl from the hot dog stand, my name is Layla Payne. You may remember our encounter at the hot dog stand at a major event. I'm keeping this obscure for your safety. I do not know your name. I would like to apologize for not writing for so long, and also how I treated you. My school is doing pen pal assignment behind the Iron Curtain, and I decided, since I had an idea, I would write to you. I'm sorry, I hope you're okay. We have bad ideas about the Soviets, and I want to know, are you really as bad as we all think? I'm not trying to be mean. I just want to know stuff. What's your favorite color? Band, book, movie, show, activity? My favorite color is green. My favorite band is Wham, but you've probably never heard of them. I like Madonna. She's huge over here. My favorite show is Miami Vice. My favorite movie is Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox is so cute. I don't have much time to read, but I like spy thrillers. Sorry, we're anti-Soviet. I play 5 different sports: basketball, hockey, track, gymnastics, and soccer, and I'm starting karate soon. I like to play sports to stay popular in school. People usually like me. It's just the first day, but I made 5 new friends, and I like my English teacher. I like math, but I didn't have it yet. I want to program stuff for computers, but no one knows except you and me. I hope this address works. Thanks! Sincerely, Layla Payne. I look up from what I've written satisfied. It wasn't too much of a jerk. Rules for living in the USA, according to me. America good. Russia bad. Try to look like actresses, or singers, or models. Big hair is better. Only talk to rich kids. Our cafeteria food sucks. Our manners suck. I know. Just don't let him get to you. Madonna is in.